Hello everyone in GD2, the history of graphic design. Welcome to week number 3. A couple important things to go over in this video. Let me just start with a reminder that make sure when you are trying to contact me for any reason while the class is running that you only do that through Canvas, through the email system in Canvas. I've talked about that every week on the video so far. But that even includes if I make a comment. Please don't just respond in the comment section, even though Canvas will allow you. It's much better just to copy the comment, paste it into an email, and then say, for example, you made this comment in week number 2 on such and such assignment. I don't understand, blah, 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 and then we open up a dialogue. But that way they come to me in one place, and I can make sure that nothing gets overlooked. On those same lines, if you complete a late assignment, also make sure you send me out an email and let me know what you completed, and that way I know to go in and grade, because otherwise I'm grading the stuff as it's due. So typically your assignments are due by close of business Sunday, and then on Monday I go in and I grade them. And related to that, if you are not completing the assignments, not going to complete the class, make sure you go into the college's website, go into my site, the same place you did to sign up for the class in the first place, and then disenroll yourself from the class so that you don't end up with an F on your academic records for not completing the class. And as you're probably figuring out, summer classes move very, very quickly. We're already more than 25% finished with the class. So you got to stay on top of things, and if you find that you're not, then obviously you're going to be better off to just drop the class early on rather than end up with an F in the class. Okay, now a couple things regarded to the weekly discussion questions / posts. Probably the biggest mistake or issue that I saw this week was, and let me just word it this way, the way I have it here, really, really read and understand the question before you answer it. You got to avoid just letting, simple human nature or the wanting to get something over with and done. So I think what a lot of people did was they read the first part. The innovations of movable type and printing are said to be one of the most transformational events in our history. And then boom, they just went in and talked about that, but didn't read these questions. Well, the main question that came after is, how did these inventions change society and culture? So we're talking about how did they, societal and cultural changes, and then cite one specific example and explain what changes come from it, how it manifested in society, and any long-term impact. So a lot of people really didn't complete this whole thing. Now, it's early on in the class, but yet it's not. Like I said, we're over 25% of the way. So this can really only be the last week that I can be more on the mild side with the grading. So some of you'll notice, just like maybe some half points off here and there if, your wording wasn't quite right on topic, or just I think for a lot of people, it was just a matter of staying on topic. A lot of you sounded like you knew what you were talking about, which is great, but you got to remember to answer the exact question. And if you're losing bigger points, make sure you read this part and that you're doing all the stuff listed down here as well. And there's two things going on that will cause you to lose, more points going forward, in addition to not, really paying attention to the question. I do want specific examples from the book with, the occasional page number in parentheses where you got your comment from. And that can also apply to an image number in the book. But some people just didn't even do one or the other this week. The other thing is there's about 3 or 4 people that are giving me, it seems like paragraphs, but they're all just running together. So basic, English 101, when you complete a paragraphical thought, you indent the start of the next paragraph or put a space. Now, a lot of people think, well, it still shows up because, I ended and I went to the next line. But sometimes it happens that, this paragraph goes all the way to the edge and then this one starts. So please, it's just, basic way to answer a question with paragraphs, indent or a space between paragraphs. And as always, check your grades every week. Look at the comments that I make in your grade. You know, those of you doing the best get the least amount of comments. So if you got a 40 out of 40, there's not a whole lot that I can say other than, you know, congratulations, that's awesome work. But it's kind of redundant, me giving you a 40 out of 40 grade and then an attaboy as well. Although I'm giving you one right now verbally. That's awesome if you're getting 40 out of 40s. Very awesome. Even, you know, 39, 38 to 36 out of 40 is still a 90%, and that's as high of a grade as you can get at a at this community college anyway, is an A. So good on you if you're sitting at an A at this point. Let me just maybe hopefully try to help you out with this next week's question. Make sure you realize that there are 2 question marks in here, which means there are 2 questions that I'll be looking for the answer for. So in what way did Bodoni redefine Roman letters, and his typeface exemplifies which style? So that causes you to do quite a bit of reading in there to make sure you understand the different styles of typefaces and to be able to answer both of those questions properly. Okay, so do you know, keep any questions coming that you have. Email me through Canvas, and anything else I can help you out with, just let me know. Most of you are doing awesome, so that's really great to see.